Hey guys, welcome to another video from the Rusty Beauties Garage. I hope this is gonna be the last non-automotive video, and after that we're gonna start working on our project, on our Rusty Beauties project. But as you may know, I moved into this garage and I needed to make some improvements and make it useful for what we needed. So we did some electrical in it, and I had to build a bench, which I already did, by the way. And I filmed the whole entire process except the beginning. For whatever reason, I missed few of the clips from the beginning of the process. So I'm just recording a new beginning for that video where we're gonna build this bench. So it'll be non-typical for me video where I show you the product first and then I show you how I do it. So anyways, I'm not a woodworker by any means. I've done some woodworking at work, but I'm a newbie compared to everybody else on YouTube. Alright, so it's a very simple bench. I was gonna make some drawers underneath and stuff, but then I decided that I'm gonna leave it empty, and I might build some boxes on wheels with drawers that I can move left, right, or adjust, because I don't really want to block all the space underneath with drawers that are permanently there. I'm just gonna make some boxes, maybe 2 or 3 or maybe none, I don't know, we're gonna decide in future, but that's a future project. For now it's gonna be just this simple bench so I can have this nice surface to work on. It is not my design. I saw somebody on YouTube building it. It is my favorite woodworker, Matthias Wando, who built this bench maybe 10 years ago, I don't know. And it is so nice and sturdy, but in the meantime it's so easy to build, it's crazy. So first I made the plan in SketchUp to make it easier for me to find out what lengths and everything I need to cut. So I separated the 2x4s by the 2x6s by coloring them in different colors, so it's easier for me to work and I can go ahead and cut everything. So these are the measurements that I worked on, and I actually went here 1/8 longer, so I made them 26.5 instead of 26 3/8. It's just easier to work. The legs are 34 inches, the total length is 8 feet, and the width of the top is 34 inches too. And you see how I made slots here on the in the 2x6s so the legs can fit inside. I don't know if these are called rabbits or tenons, I don't know. I'm not a woodworker, like I said, and they are 3 3/4. I'm sorry about the quality of this picture. I took it off my screen, I guess. So it is 3 3/4 from the end of the 2x6 is where the leg goes and where the slot goes and the leg goes in it. And we have to make 2 frames like this one. So basically that's it. These are the plans that I worked based on. Well, it looks like I didn't film anything of what I did so far. Anyways, it's not much. I did this. I cut the legs that are 34, and then we cut 2 2x4s to 26.5 and 2 2x6s to 26.5, and that's for our side frames. And now we have to cut the 2x6s that are going to be the long pieces. They are already 8 feet long. That's how I bought them. So the only thing we have to do now is to cut the slots that the legs are going to go in. They are 3 3/4 from the end. That's how I measured. So that's 3 3/4 from the end, and I marked. And now for some of my previous projects with my kids, I used the circular saw to make multiple cuts, and then I broke whatever was left with a hammer, and then I chiseled it out. But that was really hard for my arm, and then I figured out for the next project that I could actually use the miter saw because it can do this, right? I had to space it out though, because if I put it flush to the fence, the miter saw, that's how far it can go. So it wouldn't cut here at the end, it's gonna make it rounded. So that's why we have to space this out like this. And now we are able to go from one end to the other. We just need to set the depth of cut to halfway only, because otherwise we're gonna cut the 2x6 and we don't want to, so I set it already to halfway. So we're gonna start cutting those and we're gonna go on the inside of the lines, and at the end we're gonna make the fine cuts so the 2x4 can fit nice and snug inside, I hope. So let's go. I almost ruined it because this here is supposed to stay like that so it can actually stop my depth, but it moved, and good thing I felt it, otherwise I was gonna cut the whole piece here. So I have to be really careful. I don't know why this is so easy to move. I need it to stay like that. There you go. Apparently they are not the same size, so that's gonna be A and A. Or maybe we can try another one. Let's see, maybe another one is gonna be tighter. Yeah, actually, you see this one will fit better here. Okay, that's perfect. So that's gonna be our A. So now we're gonna cut the corners on 45 just for cosmetic reasons. And I'm not even gonna bother measuring anything. I'm just gonna align the corner of the 2x6 with the end of this. Alright, so now we can assemble the two frames that go on each side of the table, and we have to make sure that we take A and D legs and put them together, and then B and C and put them together in one frame, because if we put A and B, we're gonna have hard time stretching the frame from here to there. So A and D. So at the top we're gonna have the 2x6. So I want it to come like this, right in the middle. For this reason I have those pieces, these spacers that I was using on the miter, so now I can use them here too, because they add to my 1.5 to make it even both ways, right? Actually, I only need one side, so I can do this. So this is what I want. So if I do this, now you see why I need a bench, right? And this is my A. I can run a screw here now. So let's assemble the whole thing, and then we're gonna drill holes and run dowels here as well. And now for the bottom, we use this. The same way. And here, we're gonna try to keep it consistent, so that's 2 inches. Now let's check it for square. 5. Now that's pretty square. So I'm just gonna drill holes for dowels and we're gonna shoot them, and that's it. So that's 5/8. We're gonna do 5/8 dowels. Let's see how many batteries we can kill. Okay, now let's do them. Okay, so I have two of these now, and before I assemble them with the horizontal 2x6s, I wanted to use one of the 2x6s as a guide for my circular saw, so I can cut this to 34 inches. So I marked it here. 34 inches is this line, but the mark is here because the blade is not at the end of the saw, it's 4 centimeters. I don't know, somehow it came into metric here. So 4 centimeters back from the 34 mark is where my guide goes. Again, the table saw is full of stuff, plus I don't have a setup for long sheets of plywood like this, so it's much easier just to cut it with the circular saw. So the idea is once I cut it somewhere to here, to push this end in, so the rear end of the cut-off piece is supported by something, by that table. And let's see if it is going to work. Again, I'm not a woodworker, so I'm just improvising here. So here's the problem. So I'm going to run a screw underneath here to this to hold it up, because now my plate on the circular saw goes inside this gap. So I'm learning, guys, I'm learning. Okay, now we have to work fast. I removed the screws from these. I removed the screws from here, so now we're only on dowels, because I didn't wanna hit them when I drill holes for dowels on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna finish that when we stand it. Now we're gonna run screws here temporarily, and we're gonna run dowels later. So the base is assembled, we just need to put the top on, and actually I'm really happy how sturdy it is. I wasn't expecting it to be so sturdy. Look at this. It won't move in any direction. We can put the top now. Like I said, this is just temporarily top. And I left a little bit of an edge here so I can clamp stuff if I need to, and that's it. And that's it. I'm happy because this way I didn't need any horizontal pieces at the bottom, and that's very important for me because I want to roll it in and out stuff. I need this room underneath to be useful, and also I can sweep nicely without having to deal with any horizontal stuff. I'm never happy with my space. I want to use the space as best as possible. So anyways, all right, so this is the final temporary setup. I can bring a project now and start working on it, and of course there's always going to be more and more and more improvements. You know, things always evolve. Anyways, I want to utilize this space a little bit more. Maybe I can put a pegboard there and start hanging tools, or just make more shelves. Haven't decided yet, but I guess this is gonna come with when I start working. I'm gonna figure out what kind of a space I need most. Yesterday we got rid of some more shelving, of some more furniture from the house, so that I decided that I can use in the garage. These are nice drawers that I can utilize for my tools. These tables, there are two tables actually that fit one inside the other. They can just stay there, and whenever I need more surface to work with, I can pull them out and stagger them, and then I'm gonna have more surface around me for parts or for tools, or depends on what needs I have. This is a shoe rack that my girlfriend decided to get rid of, and I was actually thrilled when I figured that I have exactly 4 trays with my socket sets. I was very upset that these don't fit in the toolbox in any way. Like it was, I had to, the only way was to put them in vertical order, but I don't like this too much. But that actually is a really nice setup here. The table, so I moved here next to the compressors. I have to figure out where to put my miter saw, a little bit more permanent place, but for now it is good on that bench. And this side of the shop is pretty good. I need to find a little bit more permanent space for the lathes, because right now it is on wheels and I can move it back and forth, but I don't know where to put it. This cart I'm thinking to turn into my welding cart, so I can put my welder on it. The dent puller, I guess that is, I haven't opened it yet. So these two machines can go on this cart, and I just need to figure out a way how to mount my gas cylinder on the cart, and that's why I keep it, so it's gonna be a little bit more mobile. I was using it now for the woodworking, but that's its purpose. So yeah, and then this corner here is my storage, which I'm not really excited about, but for now that's how it's gonna be. For the garbage I'm gonna have to make something outside, but it's cold now, so I'm not gonna deal with that until spring. For now I'm gonna keep it here, and basically that's it. Now we have this big area here that we can use for a project. So anyways, that's it for now. I think we are more or less done with all the garage improvements that we needed to do as a beginning, and then the rest is gonna be slowly we're gonna make improvements as we're going, as needed. Because if I wanna set up the garage the way I want it, it's gonna cost me a lot of money that I don't have, and second, it's gonna take me a lot of time, which I don't wanna waste anymore with garage improvements. I wanna start working on my cars, you know, that's my main goal here. Woodworking is also interesting for me. I love it. I watch a lot of woodworking videos, so I'm learning, but that's not the main thing I want to do in this garage, you know that. I want to do my rusty beauties. Anyways guys, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.